The OPPO Find N2 Flip is one of OPPO's cornerstone luxury devices for 2023. With a stellar form factor, the Find N2 Flip is their first foray into this segment. While it may not be the first flip phone in the market, it has by all means the makings of one that will push the category further because of their engineering ingenuity. We're talking about the little thing here, the hinge. OPPO's improved Flexion Hinge enables for a smoother, more visibly less creased display for the OPPO Find N2 Flip and all their foldable devices. And OPPO has been hard at work with their design and production ever since. But how much work can this hinge really do? We're going to be finding out as OPPO Philippines flew us to China to find out more about it. We are going to the bowels of OPPO's factory in China, where they manufacture the Flexion Hinge among other parts, components, and also mind-blowing devices. And while we're traveling anyway, we're bringing this super handy OPPO Find N2 Flip with us to document what we can see in and around the area. This is Colin of Van Geek, and welcome aboard another geeky travel adventure. The first stop is OPPO HQ at the heart of Shenzhen's business district. The towering China Resource Tower houses OPPO's main corporate offices, and on the third floor has a huge show floor showcasing OPPO's story and past innovations. We saw a lot of old favorites, and some geeky collabs that we wish we had in the Philippines during the tour. Yup, that's an EVA collab, and a Detective Conan one as well. We were joined by various media across the APAC region to marvel at the various OPPO tech innovations on the site. But the focus of the trip? The foldables. Specifically, the OPPO Find N2 Flip, OPPO's contender in the flip phone market. While the purple variant that we have is gorgeous in itself, we saw the elusive gold edition at the OPPO HQ. And can we just say, it is stunning. The gold, platinum, white gold textured case just screams pure luxury. I really wish they could bring this current China exclusive variant here. After a quick but hearty lunch, we went back to know more about the ColorOS 13, the current OPPO operating system based on Android 13 that's also managing the OPPO Find N2 Flip, and learn more about what makes Find N2 Flip so successful, design-wise. Designed with the harmonious synergy of tech and nature, the ColorOS was designed to portray the fluidity of water. The seamless shift from one app to the next, the more rounded corners, easier on the eye fonts, and even natural shadows on the clocks were all thoughtfully considered for this OS iteration. The design was lauded recently when it won the 2023 IF Design Award. Competing against 11,000 entries from 56 countries, ColorOS 13 recently received 5 awards in the user experience category for its aquamorphic design, multi-screen connect, smart sidebar suggestions, game assistant, smart wallet, and 1 award in the app category for clone phone. That's a lot of awards considering most of the products being awarded at the IF Design Award competition are physical, tangible items, not concept-heavy app designs. That being said, OPPO also won another IF Design Award for the OPPO Find N2 Flip. Yay! And it's no surprise really. OPPO zeroed in on these 4 factors that make the Find N2 Flip a standout. The most invisible crease, super large battery with fast charging capability, the largest cover screen in any flip, and above industry standard safety and quality standards like having a tough Rhineland certification that the OPPO Find N2 Flip can withstand 400,000 folds before showing any signs of screen attrition. But what we're really interested in is the Flexion Hinge, OPPO's proprietary design. The next day, we headed out to OPPO's main factory in Shenzhen. It took us about an hour or so to get to the destination, and the last time I was here, there were only 1 or 2 facilities standing. That was back in 2017. Now there are 4 complexes surrounding the OPPO Industrial Park. It's a massive complex. We were treated to a line production tour, which sadly we could not bring our cameras to document anything. But we did see the semi-automated assembly line of the SMT, or the Surface Mounted Technology. It's basically the entire skeletal frame of the smartphone, the main motherboard if you will. Because the components are too small and delicate, majority of the work are done by robots. I guess domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, no? After which, we saw a human line production of assembling the OPPO Find N2 Flip itself. It's fascinating to see a mix of both humans and robotic creating a finished product. According to our guide, a line can produce around 150 units in every given cycle. Later on, when they expand some more, they plan on optimizing this number even further. Now, the factory tour can't end if we don't witness phones being thrown to the ground, spun around, rained on, and poked and pulled at, right? Part of the highlight is seeing Once again, how OPPO stress tests each new product. For the OPPO Find N2 Flip, part of the stress test is for the unit to survive 400,000 folds. That's equivalent to about 5.5 years if you fold your phone at an average of 200 times per day. Lastly, we were treated to a hands-on workshop on assembling the Flexion Hinge. First of all, my mechanical skills are jank. That's why I was happy to just watch my fellow APAC media colleagues have at it. They were, however, assisted by the lovely engineers from OPPO. These guys made assembling the Flexion Hinge look easy. Newsflash, it's not. Time-consuming and highly technical with very small parts and impressive design, the Flexion Hinge produces a large bending radius resulting in reducing the screen crease by 48% versus competitor. When folded, the Flexion Hinge also produces less space in between the screens, which means less particles can enter unwantedly. Choice of materials help with how sturdy the hinge is. As mentioned before, the OPPO Find N2 Flip must survive 400,000 folds for it to deem ready for mass production. Using stainless steel element injected with a soft and pliable material, the hinge supposedly delivers tensile strength of up to 15% and the yield strength of up to 25%. The cost of the Flexion Hinge also makes up for quite a bit of the entire cost of the Flip itself. Suffice to say, the tech, design, and engineering behind it makes up for how beautifully pristine the phone is. Even the opening and folding motion of the smartphone feels premium. We can't stop flipping it open and folding it back. Once upon a time, flip phones like these had to cut back on some tech to suit the form factor. OPPO didn't seem to do any of that. Equipping the unit with the fastest MediaTek processor, a beautiful folding AMOLED screen with 120Hz refresh rate capability, HDR10 Plus support, and have peak brightness of up to 1600 nits, and the largest cover screen on a flip phone to date, not to mention the awesome battery life and super VOOC charger as well, the phone is jam-packed with so much tech goodness. It's hard to find any fault at this point. Need to access multiple apps at the same time? Easy. Have some downtime and want to binge on your favorite shows? Okay. Can you game on the OPPO Find N2 Flip? Hell yes. This is a full-fledged flagship phone that's foldable and has a lot more use cases than just being cool. For photo enthusiasts, the phone didn't scrimp on the camera hardware either. The OPPO Find N2 Flip is equipped with a 50-megapixel wide camera supported by an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera. If you still want to use the front-facing camera instead of taking selfies via the cover screen, the OPPO Find N2 Flip is equipped with a 32-megapixel wide selfie camera. My only gripe for now is that the image taken using the cover screen seemed flipped and there's no way to fix this aside from doing it in post. But it could very well be just a software or OS update, and we're assured that OPPO is going to be heavily supporting the Find N2 Flip and its UI. Spotify has recently been added to apps that you can pin on the cover screen. More apps are sure to follow. After learning more about the OPPO Find N2 Flip, the Flexion Hinge, and OPPO's many optimized manufacturing, assembling, and testing, I found more appreciation to this nifty device. The handy form factor makes it an ideal travel companion as well, as we tested the unit more during our stay in China. It's such a wonderful experience to have a very reliable device with you that streamlines work, productivity, and in our case, content creation, all the while knowing that you've got a sturdy beast of a machine that is no bigger than the palm of your hands when folded. And we're back in Manila, and we cannot thank OPPO HQ and OPPO Philippines for inviting us to take a sneak peek at their facilities in China. And if you're interested in getting your hands on this, the OPPO Find N2 Flip retails for 49,999 pesos and comes in matte astral black and soothing moonlit purple. And with that, this is Colin, and thank you so much for joining us in our travel. Here's to more geeky adventures. But for now, please keep safe, keep healthy, and as always, keep on gaming. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.